Hello students, now this video is about how you can handle multiple exceptions in your program. You can have multiple exceptions in a particular code, so you can have multiple catch statements as well. So we will continue with our example of this program. Now in this program we are having just one exception, that is divide by zero exception. But in case I do not use this, or b is not equal to 0, and I have used it like this, integer.parseInt as 0. That simply means that I am taking input from command line argument, right? So in case my input is some numeric value, I'll get an answer, that will be fine. But in case I'll input a 0 value in command line, I will have divide by 0 exception. And in case I will provide some string value, it will give me number format exception. And in case I will not provide any value from my command line, it will give me array index out of bound exception. So this code is capable of raising three types of exception. In case I'm having some input, and I'll tell you what exceptions it will raise. In case I am providing input as 0, it will give me divide by 0 exception, right? In case I am providing input as ABC, I will get an exception, number format exception. Why I'll get number format exception? Because this string cannot be converted into equivalent number. In case I will not provide do not provide any CLA, then what will happen? Do not provide any CLA, then what will happen? CLA here means what? CLA means command line argument, right? So if I do not provide any command line argument, I will have array index out of bound exception, right? Array index out of bound exception. Now what is this array index out of bound exception? In case we are not having a particular index for that particular array, and I am trying to use it, if I am defining an array of size let's say 5, so its index will go from 0 to 4, and if I try to access a 7, then what will happen? It will be out of bound, because this range should only lie between 0 to 4. So these are three exceptions that my program is capable of raising. Now I'll tell you how to handle all these exceptions. Now just come to this program. Now we can have multiple catch statements in a single program. Now what I'll do over here is I will just give another catch statement, and here I can specify arithmetic exception. Now arithmetic exception will catch any exception which is of type arithmetic exception, that is your which exception? Your divide by 0 exception. I can have another exception over here which will be of type let's say array index out of bound or number format exception. Let us just write number format exception. Number format exception. Now what will our system do? Our system will just create an object of the error which has been raised, and then it will throw. As soon as it find matches in any of these catch statements, it will execute that particular catch statement. So in this program I'm having three types of exceptions. Let us just save this program and run it. First of all, I need to compile this program, so I'll compile this, and then I'll check whether my program is working fine or not. If I'm not providing any command line argument, it should raise array index out of bound exception. I'm not providing any value over here. Let us see what happens. Let us just wait. Yes, array index out of bound exception is raised. In case I'm providing a number, it will not raise any exception, and it will just compile fine and run fine. Yes, here you can see never executed is here. Why? Because it is compiling just fine, and C is having some value, and now this is visible. In case some error occurs, this will not be executed. If I provide a 0 value over here, it should give me divide by 0 exception. Yes, it is giving me divide by 0 exception. In case I provide some string over here, then it will give me number format exception. Yes, here it is number format exception. So this is how you can have multiple catch statements in your program. Now remember one thing, if you are giving this catch, which is a generic catch without any specific exception name, if you give this catch in the most above catch statement as the first catch statement, then every error will be finding its match in this statement. So it is always advisable to keep this generic catch as the last catch statement, right? So this was all about using multiple catch statements. Thank you so much.